Hey Masters, welcome to the Minion Masters patch breakdown for update 76. We're making changes to the avatar system, introducing improvements to lobbies, and implementing some much requested balance changes to the game. We're also throwing in a new card art viewing system, as well as some iterations on the Mayhem feature. In update 76, we'll be saying bye to the previous avatar system in exchange for a Minion Masters icon selection. In its place, there will be a new system, as you can see, with Minion Masters related icons selectable to represent yourself within game. There's even a few icons that haven't been used in cards yet. Every player will start with 14 avatars, with future avatars being available in the shop, or potentially other methods such as achievements in the future. If you're an existing player, you'll get another 14 avatars to give you some more variety on what you get to choose from. There will also be a couple of avatars available as leveling rewards for newer players. While this isn't a change many of us wanted to do, there were a number of reasons why these changes were necessary moving forward. The first of these is that the current methods of curating Steam avatars weren't satisfactory to us. Over time, we've received a large number of reports about inappropriate avatars which we weren't able to deal with ourselves, and this would have proven to be a major logistical problem when it came to cross-platform compatibility with Xbox in the future, which is also our secondary reason. This also applies to our upcoming Discord release, as there were issues such as integrating Discord avatars into our current system that were providing a large obstacle to cross. Thirdly, though this is a small benefit for the trade-off, is that we are able to maintain a visual coherency in Minion Masters by using art that fits the game already. For now, all avatars that will be available are of the common and rare qualities, and are likely to also have discounted offers much like the other shop items. We're releasing iterations to the lobby system in this update, which have been requested for a long time. Want to quickly claim rewards from your battle pass, or edit your deck while in a pre-made lobby? Say no more! You can now minimize the lobby and interact with the main menu as you wish. It's great for saving time and making a couple adjustments to your deck while queuing with a friend. Since Mayhem released, we're making some improvements on the existing system based on some user feedback and our own observations. The 1000 glory requirement gold try is now always free regardless of how much glory you have, while the higher ruby requirement is now set at 2500 glory. Mayhems will now last 3 days instead of 2 to give you a bit more time to play around with the rule changes. Want to take a better look at some of the art we've made for your favourite card? No problem! Now, when you click the art in the card viewer, you can observe a much higher resolution version of it. Why not take a couple of minutes this patch to appreciate some of the finer details that have been put in that might have been hard to notice at first. We're introducing a lot of balance changes in this patch, some frequently requested and some we've wanted to implement ourselves for a while. Here's a rundown of what's being changed in this update. We're deciding to have a little experiment with 2v2 firstly. We're reducing the master health from 4000 to 3000 to see what effect this might have on the metagame. Currently 2v2 games can be very drawn out and stall heavy, which isn't quite in line with what we want, nor is it particularly fun to play against. This change should make aggressive decks far more viable, which have been out of favour in 2v2 for a long time, and promote coordinated pushes with your teammate. This change is not set in stone though. As mentioned, this is an experiment, and we're eager to hear what you have to say after playing a few rounds of the new 2v2. Please let us know what you think on our Discord or Stomped. Healing Shrine is having its healing per second reduced from 75 to 50, and its range reduced from 10 to 8. This will both reduce the card's game-swinging impact on the board, and stop it from healing minions on the enemy side of the field, which was an interaction both the players and ourselves disliked. Related to this change is our decision to reduce Harbinger's radius from 1800 units to 1400. This change was done to stop Healing Shrine healing a Harbinger that attacks the enemy master even with the radius reduction. Guardian can no longer shield buildings. This was mainly done as Guardian was simply too strong when comboed with cards like Healing Shrine, providing a nigh unstoppable early game push that could overwhelm all but the highest DPS decks. Scott the Sensitive Savage's weapons get a little less sharp too. His damage has been reduced from 75 to 65, reducing his overall DPS from 107 to 92. We recently tuned his damage up to try and give him a berserker identity, but it was apparent that his damage was far too good on the offensive. This change should help keep Scott a major threat that needs to be dealt with quickly, but reduce how much pain you have to go through to stop him. Xiao Long is having his speed increased from 4 to 7. This nerf is a bit more of an unusual one, as one of the biggest issues we had with Xiao is how long he kept his threatening anti-spell presence on the board for. It was very easy to stick Xiao behind a decently big minion and shut down a lot of your opponent's responses for a long period of time. With this change, he's far harder to protect and exposes himself quickly, and his new aggressive nature can quickly put him in danger. But that's enough about nerfs. How about some buffs and changes? Firstly, we've reworked all of the boomer units so that both the egg and the boomer are one unit. This means that status effects such as rage will persist when the boomer hatches, and that having your reboomer hypnotized doesn't mean it's going to be permanently in your opponent's hands. It does make them more vulnerable to removal though, so you'll need to be just as careful about protecting those eggs as always. Assassin is getting his blades a little pointier in this update too. His damage has been increased from 60 to 70, making his burst damage while coming out of invisibility increased to 210. This hits several important thresholds such as instantly killing Succubus and making him very efficient at dealing with mid-range minions that he had trouble beating with before. Finally, we have two smaller adjustments to Bounty Sniper and Chain Lightning. Bounty Sniper will now always give you experience when he shoots the Master Tower, making it less of a pain that he starts targeting the tower instead of getting you that extra value off of the minions. Chain Lightning is receiving a 0.5 second stun on top of its damage to help establish it a better identity than potentially long range, but weaker damage Fireball. This makes it a fantastic card to disrupt pushes and help you win trades where that 0.5 second stun on top of the 100 damage can make all of the difference. That's all for today, Masters. We hope you enjoyed the changes we've made in this update and continue to give us feedback through our Discord and Stomped. Cheers from Beta Dwarf.